Hola, 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 le bonsoir, le merci, le bonjour. Uh, Hola, so my name is Pablo Stanley, and today I'm going to be just demoing one of our products that is called, well, our product that is called Bueno. And this is a tool for digital creators who just want to put their stuff on this thing called the blockchain. And all we're going to do, oh yeah, we're going to be doing these little butts. And I'm going to just pretty much just like go through the whole process, like clicking the buttons that I will click when, when I create those things. So I'm gonna show you my process. So that may inspire you to create your own collection, your own little things, maybe also butt characters. So yeah, and before I start, like I suppose I should tell you, like a bueno.art, that's our website. I don't have a lot of time, so I'm not gonna go into the details. But if you want to know more, hey, go to bueno.art. There's a lot of stuff that we're building, and it's pretty much just like it's a toolkit. See it as that. And I'm going to present today one specific tool that allows you to create a generative art collection. So if you want to create 100 pieces that is all generated with different pieces of art, and then it creates something at the end with 100 unique tokens, we can do it with, you can do it with our tool. And then at the end, but not only that, but at the end also you can also publish your contract, deploy your contract, even do a mint page and do the whole thing on our app. And at the end, all in your wallet, everything where you keep ownership of everything as an artist, creator, or as a team. So, let's get to it. And if you go to, again, if you go to bueno.art, you're going to see a big button that says create now, and that will just like ask you to connect your wallet, and then connecting your wallet will be just a signature, so it creates an account, right? And then here you are going to be able to create different projects. For example, I have a collection that is called Humankind. We create a collection that is called Humankind. Hey, woo! Ow! Okay, so, and for example, in Humankind, oh yeah, I was creating something that was called bots too, apparently. The internet connection is not that great, so sorry if it is a little bit butchy. But yeah, for example, like with that, we did this thing. Oh my God, it's slow. Uh, but like, hey, for example, we launched something that is called the Humankind Launch Boxes, and it was all made in Bueno. So if there's any collectors of that, or if you've ever seen this thing, like this were mint passes that like allow you to like mint something else, like mint the collectible. But I was like, dude, like we could, you see like how mint passes are usually all the same thing, and it's just all the same image. That's boring. So we're like, dude, like let's do all the mint passes different. And like the mint pass was a launch box, and they were all different, and it was really easy to do with Bueno. So okay, so enough about like the introduction. Here's like all the stuff that that you can do, but let's go through the process from start to finish. So the first thing you have to do, well, you have to do the art. So I'm going to show you Photoshop. That is like I made everything. I actually made everything on Procreate. I brought my iPad. If anyone wants to see the actual iPad file and what I use, I can show you later that. But on Photoshop, what I do, or on Procreate, what I do is just really just organize my layers. If you're not a very organized person, you're gonna have a bad time. You have to be very organized to create a collection, because you have to do all the attributes and all the components, give them rarity and all that stuff. So you have to put your mindset into, okay, I'm going to try to be organized for this thing at least. And when I say organized, I mean like, hey, just put everything in folders. So for example, we have our little character here that is like kind of a bean, or I don't know what it is, but it has a little butt. And the butt, I was like, hey, yo, like would be awesome if the butts have different things. And to make the different things, all I had to do was just different layers. For example, this is an extra hand. I moved the extra hand. Oh, it's not an extra hand. Okay. So, and a unicorn, also a party hat, like one would wear in their butt. and a mustache, of course, and a band-aid because sometimes that bud was having a rough time, and a wacky face, all of that stuff. At the end of the day, it's just a bunch of layers, right? And on Procreate, it's really easy to just like do this kind of stuff where, hey, you just like add a new layer. You have a template at the bottom, and actually, let me turn off all of this stuff. And all I have is in the bottom, I have a body and I have some legs, and even the legs are separate. So let me turn it off. That's my template, and then on top of it or below it, I start adding layers, right? So for example, I add legs, and then on the legs, I just starting adding, and everything is in. Oh man, I wish I could use. I had a thing, but hold on. So you could do. Can you zoom in? Yeah. So you can see that the name of it is Lex, and then here the naming of everything follows just like eight. The name of each layer is the name of the attribute. So no, it's okay. We're good. We're good. And thank you, thank you. She was coming to the rescue. But the idea is that each folder has all the traits. You get the idea. Hey, you add a new layer, new trait. Add a new layer, add a new layer. Beautiful, beautiful. Oh my God. It was only my team over here who were talking about it, but I appreciate that the support from the team. So, anyway, once you have all of your files ready, all your organized layers, you named them correctly, and you're like, this is beautiful. I am ready to export. Then you export, and then you will have something like this, where, like, for example, here, I have all my PNGs and they're all separate layers, right? And they're all like translucent. That way, I can mix and match all of them together. And so far, so good. Okay, I have all of that stuff, and now I'm ready to put it in Bueno. At least in the beginning, let's just put it in Bueno, and I'm going to go to Bueno, and let's go over here, and I'm going to go back to my Buns project over here. I already created one some time ago. This is actually mintable, so if you want to go, no, they're already sold out. Sorry, but hey, if you want to get one of these, you can get one of these. But let's create a new one. Why not? Abundance, baby. So let's create a new collection here. You can create forms, microbursts. Oh my God, they're in beta already. But let's create a collection. Okay, so all you have to do once you have your file ready, hey, just hold on. What do you do? Oh, yeah. Wait, what is it? Bump people. Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, it's here. All you have to do is just drag and drop that folder, and then Bueno reads the folders and the names of the layers from your Photoshop file, and it would just like detect that all of them are different attributes. So it already read everything. I have different legs, and as you can see, it's 10 traits. Body, it's only one because that's my template. I'm not changing the body. The head, I have 13 traits. Okay, let's go next. I think this is not looking that great. Something is wrong here, right? I mean, it's like there's no face. The hat is behind. The legs are on top. Something is weird. So what is going on here is that Bueno, although it's smart, is not that smart. So you have to still like say to Bueno, hey, you know what? This should be on the bottom and this should be on the top. So for example, the background should be all the way here. Like the body, I think it should be around here, and I think the legs should be here. So you're pretty much just like you have to organize your layers in a way that makes sense. However, you have them organized on your Photoshop file, you just recreate that, and you have to do this once. Once you do it once, that's it. You never go back. You all have it. Hold on, is this the buns? Yeah. Okay. This is looking okay-ish. Now I'm going to create my collection, and right away I have 10,000 already buns projects. All of those buns are unique. All of them are pretty unique buns. 10,000 right there. That's it. You can just like publish it and become a millionaire. I don't know. But maybe you are one of those people who are like, but what if I add a little bit more? Or what if I add a little bit of rarity or different things? So to do all of that stuff, you can just like start managing everything. But before that, like the first thing that we want is like for you to just like instantly see your collection, like the potential of all the different variations that you can create right away. So from here, you can preview. Why it's important to preview? Because like whatever you're gonna put out there, that's what people are gonna get, and it's important that your art looks cool, right? You don't want a combination that doesn't look great, that maybe sometimes some traits don't mix well, or maybe there's an idea that you have to portray, and only you can do it if you mix the right components. So you're previewing it here, and you say, hey, let me see all of the wacky buns. So you start previewing all of the wacky buns. They start looking great. Let's see all the unicorn ones. They start looking great. This is the cool thing. Why you I know that it looks so easy, and it's meant to look easy, but the idea is that you don't have to be in Photoshop just like turning on and off all the different layers, and you actually just preview it here, all the different combinations you can get. Okay, so now, okay, you are here on you're previewing your art. Let's say that you want to make the unicorn, you want to make it a little bit more rare. By default, everything is balanced. The weight of everything, it's kind of balanced. So if you see here the buns, you're seeing that here the numbers are kind of the same, right? They're around 1,000, between 900 and 1,000 traits per one. It's still randomized, but they're all balanced because they all have the same weight. So if you see unicorn, it's 1030. So 1,030. That seems all right, but I want to make the unicorn more rare. So I go to manage, and I have here control over all the different traits. So I have all the different arms. I see all the different things that I made. I see the buns that I made, and I can find here the unicorn here, and I can let me zoom in here. And here I have a little slider that allows me to go from common. Let's make it a little bit less common. Well, I suppose it did an update, but it went from the web is a little bit well. Right now, here, I'm going from common to a little bit less common. And all I can do is just like, hey, let's go and regenerate this thing. I'm pretty sure. So it's generating, it already generated 10,000 again. So let's go and let's see the unicorn. Oh, the unicorn is still at one. I think the internet is not working because I saw that it wasn't giving me the feedback that I wanted. Hold on, give me 1 second. Let's try again the unicorn. Yeah, something weird happened there. Okay, cool. Oh, there you go. So, okay, now I'm going to regenerate, and if I go to my preview and I see my buns again, and I see the unicorn, you're going to see that now the unicorn is only 500. So I made it a little more rare, right? So if I go over here and if I want even more rare, let's make it even rarer than only 500. Let's go to the buns and let's go over here. And let's say that I want it to be super unusual, right? And the cool thing is I don't even have to go to the preview. It's already giving me an estimate here. It's telling me that 0.22% of the collection is going to have the unicorn. But also it's telling me, the cool thing is that it also tells me what happens to the other traits. Once you make something more rare, then the others become more common, right? Because there's more for them to grab. So, like for example, see 0.22%. If I go make it less rare, now it's 5%, but also it changed this one. So, hey, look at this number, 10.53. Hey, it became a little bit more common, right? And it's distributed amongst all the other traits. Since there's like 10 traits of the buns, it gets distributed amongst all of them. If I were to make the unicorn rare, now I go to regenerate my preview, and I go, let's see again, and now there's only 23 of these. So that's the thing, right? Because like, hey, you can start going crazy with like, hey, all the different variations and how you want the things. What is the story that you want to tell with your collection? This thing is rare. Why? Because it's a very powerful unicorn, and later in the story that I'm going to create, the unicorn allows you to do something very special, or it's going to allow you to only the unicorns get certain airdrop or certain access to different places. Whatever the story is, this allows you to tell that story and have that kind of control. Now, there's sometimes when even though you make your art in a very particular way, there's some things that don't mix that well. That, for example, I'm pretty sure that this trait is not going to mix with some of them. So let me actually just filter by the octopus, and I don't know. The octopus with the mustache. Uh, maybe the. Do you see how the octopus and the unicorn kind of like they don't you cannot distinguish what is what, right? So let's say that you really care about that detail, and I don't want the unicorn to, well, let's say different one. Let's say that the mustache and the octopus, you don't want it to be mixed up because like, hey, that's dumb, Pablo. Like, octopus don't have mustaches. Of course, there's little beans with a butt, but octopus with mustaches, that's incredible. So, I can go here and create a rule that says, yo, like, let's make the octopus do not mix. You can create any type of rule. You can say that only mixes with, always pairs with, appears at least once. And there's more information on documentation what each one of these rules means. But the easiest one, I don't want the octopus to mix with the mustache. So with the mustacho, let's create a rule. La la la. So now if I go, now we created that rule, which means that now if I were to regenerate my preview, and if I wanted to mix the what do you call this? It was octopus with, oops, sorry. I think I had already that octopus. So the octopus, I see all the octopus, but let's see if there's any mustache with them. Let's apply, and I have 0 results. What happened? That's because I created a rule that says do never mix a mustache with an octopus. So now there's no instance of a bun with a mustache and an octopus. So I remove that possibility by creating that rule. So now I have that. I have that control. I can go crazy with all the different types of rules that I can create. I can even create templates because maybe you only, maybe this is a little bun with a little bean with a bun, but maybe you want to make a corn with a bun. Well, you can create another template that is only the corns with the buns. You can just like go crazy about creating all the different characters, all the different types of gems, whatever it is that is your collection. You can create all the templates so they have specific attributes on those templates. But now, let's say that you have your art ready. You put all the rules, all the attributes, all the rarity, all of that stuff. You have it ready. Now you're ready to, hey, go out there and share with the world and tell them, buy my little buns. So you can go, and the first thing you can do is just like we have something that allows people to create a page. So, hey, a lot of us don't have the ability to create our own websites and like, hey, create our own minting experience and all of that. Well, Bueno solves that for you too. Like if you don't have that experience, you can just like, hey, like drag and drop an image. Like, do I have a buns image? Hold on. I'm pretty sure I have something here. Yeah, I have a banner. Okay, let's upload a banner. And let's say that I have a logo. Let's put a logo here. Da, da, da. I'm already creating my page. Look at this. It's looking good. Let's say that I want to add my description, and that we're actually going to automate this soon. But let's say that NFTs about bots and bonds. There you go. Do your thing, robot. Work for me. Okay, now I have a description for this. And let's paste it. Okay, this is looking good. Let's save the changes. It's the page is published, but here I can add images. I can add headings. You want to tell like who is your team about your project, your roadmap. You can just like go crazy with this, and then you can actually launch your project. So let me actually go to the settings, and here on the settings, I'm going to say that instead of 10,000, I'm going to say that it's only 444. And my token symbol is going to be buns. Buns. That's a token symbol, like similar to the stock market thingy. Like you can say that if it's pixel art or not. You can manage what is the dimensions that you wanted. You want it to be like only 1200, but maybe you can go all the way. I think that all the way to 2400. Yeah. All the way to 2400 if you want it to be like high resolution. For this, just to make it faster, let's make it at 600 pixels. I know that's small, but just for this. And it's Ethereum. Everything is looking good. My royalties, let's keep it at 5%, which, by the way, there's a lot of talk about what is going to happen with this. But hey, we have in your contract, it's going to say that you want royalties. And now we have that. Let's create our smart contract. Are you ready? Oh my God, yes. Can I hear a hell yeah? Can I hear a bueno? Can I hear a muy bueno? Can I hear a merci le bueno? All right. Okay. So, yeah, I'm learning French, as you can see. So, let's go and create our contract. Here, there are all the different steps that you will go through to create your contract. First, all your info. Let's call it bonds. From here, you can say if you want it on Polygon or on Ethereum. Let's keep it on Ethereum. Let's continue. And it's giving you here on the right a little preview of like how your collection is kind of going to look on marketplaces, just so you start seeing like, okay, I have the title, I have a banner. This is just for preview, just for you to start imagining how your bonds are going to be out there for everyone to see. So you can even like start setting global limits for your contract. For example, let's say that you want a per wallet maximum. I only want 2 bonds per person to get, and you can even add minting phases. Minting phases means that, hey, maybe in the beginning you want access to only your BAPs, your special bonds. So you can say like, hey, I'm going to call them my BAPs. My BAPs are going to be, I'm going to set a supply of 20 for a price. You can set them for free at a specific price. Every mint phase can have a very specific your own price. So let's say that this one is going to be at 0.0666. Hail Satan. And let's say that they can get a maximum of only one. And the cool thing here is they can also say an allow list. An allow list, you can just like select an allow list as in create a new one. For example, you can start typing addresses if you want to, or you can just like copy paste if you already have a list of addresses that you have, or you can just upload a CSV, or you can also use one from or select an allow list. Oh my God, it's not connected to the internet. Well, let's say that this one is not doesn't have an allow list, but once you have an ad phase, hey, you have my first mint phase. It's going to be the BAPs, only 20 for them for a specific allow list. And you can add as many allow lists as you want, and you can turn them on and off. And you can have even multiple phases at the same time running. So for example, you have your BAPs, reserve 20 for them, and then maybe you have 100 for the ones that are going to pay a little bit more money. It's a little bit more expensive for them, but it's only 100, and so on. So you have that, and I'm going to also say that this is going to have a public sale, and the public sale is going to have a 0.666, a little bit more expensive for the people who pay publicly, and it's even giving you an estimate of how you will make if you mint out 282 ETH. Wow, that's pretty cool. Let's see if that happens. Now for here, on the contract, on the minting, you can say how much you want to split, where do you want to split the revenue. Sometimes we have a team and we want to split the team in different people in the team, and you can set the percentage of each person, how much they get each person. Right now, by default, whatever your wallet is going to get 95%. Bueno keeps 5% of the mint. Yeah, boy. And that's how we keep the lights on. And but you can add as many wallets as you want, and just like the total of 100% of your primary sales will be there. And then you can also include the royalties. Let's say that here I'm going to keep it at 5%. I'm going to enforce royalties on the OpenSea's operator filter, which I don't know what is happening. By the way, I've been hearing news different, but what they said on the OpenSea's operator filter registry, it adds it to your contract, so that way it's part of that. Let's continue. And anyway, you go through the whole thing to creating your contract. For example, here, I also want to have a delayed reveal. If you want it to be like a specific date, that's when we all reveal our tokens. Once it's minted out, you can add a delayed reveal. But also, I've been seeing a lot of collections that just do instant reveal. If you want to do that, you just turn it off. You turn it off, and you can also do burnable tokens if you want to add more interactive experiences later and creating a contract where the tokens are burnable, which is very popular now. You can do burnable tokens, and we're adding tools so later you can do how to combine different contracts. So you can you burn this, and this unlocks this other thing, but from the beginning, you can say burnable token. And you're going to ask, why not by default? Every little thing that you add, it just adds more code to the contract, and it makes the gas a little bit more expensive. That's why we're giving it as an option for you to say like, hey, it's going to be a little bit more expensive on minting because it adds a little bit more code to the contract. But if you don't need it, don't add it, and that's it. It's not a plan. But if you're like, maybe one day we make them burnable, hey, just add it, and that's it. So you continue. You generate your token set. This is just, it's going to, ooh, what happened to my screen? I'm realizing that, okay, so this is where going to create 444 tokens, right? That's what we're making. So this is giving you a preview of what your contract is going to look, which it gets a little bit too technical. It gets a little bit technical, but that's just like how the code is going to be, like how your like each token is going to look on the actual NFT, on the actual code, which, for example, this is one token that it has one attribute that is the trait type, the background, and the value is, well, background. You also have the trait type that is face, and the value is and so on. The thing is, this is the code that actually creates the NFT, and this is what the blockchain actually registers. If you don't know what this is, like, don't worry. This is already by default is good. Everything is every marketplace is going to recognize it. So you just like, yeah, bueno, do your thing. But here's a more visual preview of what your token is going to look. So, for example, this one, you can see that I have a background, I have a legs, I have a face, and it's even giving you like how many are going to be in total, just to remind you, like, is this looking good? Because if not, you can just like change it at any moment. So, and you can even download a sample just in case you want to see if this is actually what you want. But you're ready, looks great. Shuffle the tokens. This is just like so adds more randomization, so like nobody can blame you of like, hey, you knew what the tokens were or something. No, it's just like add shuffle to it, and this is it. I'm about to create 444 tokens. Now I'm creating the token set. It's starting the generation. It's doing its thing, and there you go. It's generating this. This is happening in the background, so you can go relax, make yourself a crepe, and come back at any moment. Now, once it's generated, then we are going to be able to deploy our contract to testnet, then also on testnet if we want to, and then deploy it to mainnet and open or mint. All of these steps, you're doing it yourself. Just by yourself. As an artist, you have control over your smart contract. I don't know, like 2 years ago, that was not possible. But anyway, deploy to testnet, which is for Ethereum. You have a testnet, so just like you see that everything is correct. I have to switch my network from Ethereum here to just like to the testnet. This is something that happens on your wallet, just so you are on the testnet from Ethereum. And I'm going to deploy my contract. Let's confirm. I'm going to pay zero point zero 0.01 Goerli. That's the coin on testnet. And deploying my contract. Da, 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 da. It's being deployed to Goerli. Uncomfortable silence. Little dance. Hey, congratulations! You deployed a contract. No, seriously, we just deployed a contract on, and you can manage your contract. Yes, hey, discard contract changes. No, no, no. What I don't know what I did. Let's manage my contract. And here, for example, I have my whatever faces I had added. I can say, hey, let's begin. Let's press play if I wanted to, and just the VAPs they can start minting at any moment. So you can say like, hey, in tomorrow we're going to open minting a certain time. Then at certain time you can just press play. We're going to add a way to add it automatically and do it automatically, but for the moment you have to actually press play. So let's say that we said yes, it's open. Let's open the minting, and you confirm. La la la. And right now it's, by the way, this is all happening on testnet, so you can do all of these transactions, and you can do your allow list, you can do the faces without worrying that all of these things are scary. You know, you're deploying a contract, it's on the blockchain, and once it's on the blockchain, it's there forever, and everyone can see that all of the mistakes that you made. So it's a scary situation. So it's good that you can test all of these things first before you can actually go to the mainnet. And the mainnet is where people can actually buy your things. So I tested. I could have added my own wallet, so I could just like test that everything looks great. Hey, it's looking good. Let's go to the page. Let's see. Let's go and view the page. It's not published yet, so Our URL is needed before. Oh yeah. So bunnies. Let's publish our page. Let's view the page. Right now, oh, it's not published yet. It's not on the. Anyway, let's say that let's manage my contract. Let's go in. We 2 minutes. Okay. Anyway, here you can see that you have your page, you have your minting experience. I wish I could do this in hold on. Oh, there you go. So I could mint now. I didn't add, this is right now on testnet, as you can see, so I cannot, I'm not in the mainnet right now. Oh, I didn't add an image. Hold on, let me, I edit. I can edit my own mint widget too. So let's say that this one has another image, and let's apply the changes, and let's view the page again. So I have my little mint widget. Bonds export is minting. Let's mint now. So now I go through my experience. Oh, I did this again. I don't know why. So I go through the experience, and it looks like I have 2 max 1 per wallet. I can mint 1. And there you go. So you can just like, once you're ready, once you publish, the same experience is going to be on mainnet too. Once you test this, you put on the mainnet, you share your link, your own URL that you share with people, and then they can mint your artwork on Bueno. And that's it. That's pretty much it. After this, we're going to also, this is for generative art. We're going to also launch our own way to do drops. And drops as in just like, hey, I only have 1 image, I have 5 images, and I have maybe a collection that I plan it to be 40 images. I'm a photographer, and I'm going to launch 40 photographs as I travel to the United States or to France. But I'm going to only put 5 right now. And you can do that with drops, and then later you add 1, and every week you add another 1, and it's all living in the same contract. And that's going to be with bueno.art/drops. Is that what it is? drops, and oh my god, what was it? Oh, I think I put capital letters, so troops. Drops, there you go. And drop it like it's hot. And this is, if you want to get into that, I'm not a generative artist, I'm just a photographer. I just do 101s. We also have a tool for you. We're launching it in next week. And that's it. So that's it. You can see the power of this. Our idea is that to create tools for artists, for makers, for creators, for teams who just want to do cool stuff. And hopefully, we get to see some of the stuff that you make on Bueno and on the blockchain. Our team is here from the Bueno team. So if you see a shirt that says Bueno, just ask us a question and we'll be happy to help you. Okay? Thank you.